What's up, YouTube? Well, again, second time trying to do this video review because YouTube again keeps cutting me off. But I'll find out what's going on with that. This is a video review on a Nintendo 64 game that's near and dear to my heart called Mystical Ninja, starring Goemon. The Goemon character and franchise was very popular in Japan around the time this game was released, which was it doesn't say right here. I have to go check the box. But this is probably around 98, 97. But the game is it's a 3D action platformer with RPG elements because you don't just control one character, you control a party of characters. You control up to 4 different characters all at once. It's done in the same kind of engine, graphical engine that was used to make Mario 64. So the worlds are big and expansive and beautiful. You got full roaming control, 3D, 360 degrees. The premise for the game, the story, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat before I even continue with this review. It's insane. It's comical. It is quirky. It is out of this world. It doesn't even make sense at times, but it's so funny. And playing the game is such a joy that you don't even care. The game starts off with a nice calm day in Japan like usual, and Goemon and his boy, his chunky boy Bizumaru, are chilling, in the village, and all of a sudden this strange-looking UFO flies overhead. And it goes towards Oedo Castle, which is like the capital of that village or whatever. It's the castle where the Lord is at, the minister or whatever, the prime minister. And the ship shoots the castle with this weird beam. And it transforms the castle's appearance completely. Instead of looking like a Japanese castle, now it looks like a European or American castle, I don't know. So then, Bizumaru and Goemon want to go check it out. So that's how the game starts. And you go and you check it out, and that ends up being the first dungeon, the first castle, whatever you want to call it, temple. And you go through it, and you fight the little boss at the end, and then you end up meeting the lord of that castle, and he commissions you to go on and find out who's doing this. So of course you agree, and then that's where you go, and your adventure takes you throughout all of Japan, bro, throughout the entire region of Japan. It is just beautiful, graphically, it's wonderful. I mean, the worlds are huge. You go to actual real locations like Osaka and Mount Fuji. You actually have to climb Mount Fuji at one point, very early in the game, right off the bat. Basically, the story is you find out that these occurrences are all part of an invasion by this gang called the Flake Gang, and the members of this gang call themselves the Peach Mountain Shoguns, and so they're invading, and their plan is to turn all of Japan into a stage, literally a stage, like a stage to perform on. And they're kidnapping kids with dancing talents from all over Japan. So you got to go and solve that mystery and save the kids and all that. And each character that you control up to 4 characters at one point. At one point in the game, you finally unlock the 4th character. You control Goemon, the main character, his fat friend Bizumaru, his female ninja named Yae with green hair. She's got a katana blade, so that's pretty cool. And then the last one is a little robot that needs batteries. His name is Sasuke, the mechanical ninja. So you can switch on and off between them at any time by pressing the C down button. They all have different weapons, different powers, different strength, and you will use all of them to get your quest accomplished. Everything. Like Ibizumaru, the fat dude, his magical powers is he can shrink and fit through little holes where you can normally not get through. Yae can turn into a mermaid, so, because in the game you can't swim underwater, you can only swim on the surface, but when you turn into the mermaid, she can go anywhere. Goemon, I forgot what his is. He gets like this golden crown on his head, and he becomes like mega powerful. He can destroy stuff that can't be destroyed. So Sui gets like a rocket pack, so he could take off and elevate to platforms that you normally wouldn't be able to reach. And he has bombs too, so he can destroy cracks in the walls and open up different passages. As a unit, the 4 work really good together, and it's really a blast to control them all. The game is super fun. It takes you, like I said, throughout all of Japan, man. It is an expansive adventure, bro. The worlds in this game are huge and beautiful. And it's got the normal formula of any other action platformer RPG game. You go through a certain course of levels or areas, and then bam, you hit a dungeon or a castle where you got to go in there, and it's a lot of lock and key doors and all that. But then another thing that's very funny about this game is it's also got some sequences where you fight certain bosses that are not in the castle or in the dungeon, but outside, and they're huge, giant mech warrior robots. And Goemon has his own giant mech robot. And what I mean by giant mech robots is if you used to be a fan of the Power Rangers, remember back in the day you used to watch Power Rangers, and they used to be like, oh, Megazord, whatever, and all their vehicles would connect and make this giant robot that they would control, kind of like that. But this is hysterical because every time you summon this robot, his name is Impact, And every time you summon the robot impact, there's like a theme music intro with Japanese lyrics and English subtitles, and it is hysterical. It is hysterical, but at the same time, the sad part is the music in this game is extremely catchy and addicting, bro. No matter how silly it is. So that's another thing that's great. The music will never get monotonous or boring or tedious as you're going through the game. It's always it's always hum worthy. You're always humming it and loving it. What else can I say? The graphics, man. I mean, it's Mario 64's graphics, 3D, open worlds. I mean, just awesome. What else? The gameplay is super fun, especially since you can switch off between the different characters. You never get bored because you can always switch a character. Uh, Fun factor, I think the game is fun. If you can get around its quirkiness and its ridiculousness at some times, which is going to be a turnoff for a lot of people, I acknowledge that. But if you can get over that, this is a great game to own, great game to play. It is a nice, long, drawn-out adventure. I mean, I've beaten it time after time, but every time I play through it, it does take me a while. I mean, it's a good game, man. It's only one player. It uses a controller pack for memory to save your games. Um, but it's just an amazing game, bro. I bought this game expecting one thing, and I got something else, but I got something that pleasantly surprised me. And it was also good because it came out, about a couple months before Zelda came out. So if people were looking for something to hold them out before Ocarina of Time came out, this was a very good game to have. And I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed the heck out of it. It's one of those games that to me is a sleeper hit, and it inspired a sequel that was done in a 2D side-scrolling format in a 3D environment. It was also very successful. But this game, Goemon Mystical Ninja, was very fun. The adventure, like I said, it was a long, drawn-out adventure. It wasn't over overnight. This is not a game you could beat in 4 hours. It takes a little while. I'd say maybe like 8, 9 hours nonstop. I don't know who's gonna go and do that, but it's a wonderful game to have. The characters, the music, the atmosphere, the gameplay. It's just great, and it's another classic on the N64. I felt like reviewing it because I don't think anybody has ever really gone and reviewed this, especially on YouTube or anything like that. So I wanted to go and do it, let people know about it. If you're a collector or if you have an N64, you could probably find this game for about a couple bucks. I would spend the money and get it because it's a very good adventure, man. Like I said, it's gonna have some things you got to get used to, like the quirkiness and then the jokes and just the weird story because it is weird. But the gameplay makes up for it, man. So if you can get around that and really engross yourself in the gameplay, it is a rewarding experience that you will not soon forget. So check it out. Hope y'all enjoy. God bless. And as far as a rating, 1 through 10, I'd give this game 7.5 to an 8. I'd say an 8. I'd say an 8 because there's a lot of good things in this title. So there you have it, man. 8 out of 10. Great game to have. Great game to enjoy. Hope y'all check it out. God bless y'all. I'll see you when I see you.